Day 2 of preseason camp, Adam, and our first day of talking to players this fall, and I got DJ McKinney and Carter Stoutmire, as well as defense coordinator Robert Livingston. But first things first. I mean, the topic, obviously, the main topic was, hey, how is it having Coach Prime back after being gone all summer?
Yeah, obviously everybody was excited to find out what was going on, and I think there was a big sense of relief. Not that people around here were thinking that he wasn't going to be coaching this football team, but just the uncertainty of it, I think. And, they're on the lower practice field today, just to hear the energy down there. It's fun to get back to some football here.
Well, and I would imagine, we didn't ask the players this, we have short time a little bit, but I imagine it was pretty cool for them to get on that Folsom turf day one, new turf, and that has some energy with it, being in the stadium and on the new turf. But Coach Livingston, he talked about this summer, this staff is full of professionals, and we knew what the expectation was. We knew how to handle things, and he also said we knew he was going to be back day one.
It might have helped, too, the fact that Deion Sanders has speaking engagements often, more so than your average head coach, and so they've been used to operating without. And what Coach Prime said is he's glad that he doesn't have to babysit them, and that's, I would imagine, something that is very important in the hiring process for him, is guys that aren't going to need motivation, that they're going to show up to the building and get their job done without him standing over them. And clearly this staff has adopted that, and as you mentioned on Monday, it's the time of year where coaches do get time off anyway. So you do have to recharge at some point. You've got to at least let your family see you for a few days, because it is such a crazy, hectic schedule that these coaches have. And so I bet they're all just happy to get back to football.
Yeah. Well, and really, when you think about it, not only coaches but staff, how many people have been with Coach Prime going back to Jackson State or even back to Trinity Christian in Dallas, right? I mean, Coach Hart was with him back then, and Coach Mathis. So there's been people that have been around a long time. There's also, Shermer has been a head coach. These are people that they know what they're doing. And the other part of him being gone in the summer is that's such a time where these players are with the strength staff anyway. And Andrew Swayze was running that, and we just keep hearing people sing his praises since he got here, and that was another theme today.
Yeah, with any strength program, the proof is in the pudding. Yeah. Are they going to be the stronger team in the fourth quarter of most football teams? And that's kind of what you base that on. The injury component as well. The injury component, they seem to do really well in Andrew Swayze's program, and we get to see a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff that they do. And I was really impressed with the way he was able to connect with this team. And you said we talked to Carter Stoutmire today. He looks like a safety now. There are a lot of guys on this roster that have really kind of reshaped their body, and so I think that part of it looks really good. Now, we've never said they've had a bad summer strength and conditioning program, but it certainly looks like they had a good one.
Sometimes even just having a new person that just recharges that program. And now we saw Jordan Seaton in Frisco. He looked different too. And I will say, I kind of have a spreadsheet where I keep a roster. I was looking at CU's new roster. I had to change a lot of numbers for guys for weight because it was like, well, this defensive lineman was 305 last year. They're just listed at 325 now. And so you wonder, is that real? Well, Robert Livingston today is like, I had to look around and say, is that really that guy? Because their bodies are so different. And so, yes, I think there is some tangible evidence when you look at these guys. And you mentioned Carter, Jordan Seaton. There is tangible evidence. These guys are bigger.
Yeah, and for Carter Stoutmire, it was his first real off season here at the University of Colorado because he had the shoulder injury last year. And beyond that, he was moving around the secondary wherever they needed him, and it was great to have him as kind of a Swiss Army knife in that secondary. But I think his game is really going to take off to another level now that he has been able to focus on safety, the position that his dad was so successful in the NFL playing. And like I said, he looks like, another year he's going to look like an NFL safety.
Well, it's interesting. He mentioned that last year when he had to go into safety, those were the first time he's ever played safety in a game before, which is funny because his dad played that. But he was asked, how's your confidence level there now? And he goes, it's pretty good. So he knows what he's doing. He's learning from his dad, who played safety for a long time, learning from these great coaches here. He's one of those players that we've talked about before. I'm excited about him. I think he's got breakout star potential.
Yeah, it was his freshman year when Coach Prime called him the future. Said that he has really been a solid player since the beginning, and I think It is tough when you don't get a full off season and you're having to switch positions as a young player at this level. But he made quite a few plays despite that.
Yeah. Another one is DJ McKinney that we talked to today. That's another guy with star potential that really he's probably flashed it more than Carter at this point because he's had more opportunity. But I think DJ could be. I mean, he's already gotten some preseason all-conference recognition. I think he's going to be a postseason guy too.
Yeah, and we got a chance to see him out at Big 12 Media Days as well, and really represented the team. I think you really see him. He's not maybe the most vocal leader in the program, but you can see the leadership style that he brings has been very valuable for that group, and he's taken some of those young guys under his wing. And he's a redshirt junior now, and he's acting like a redshirt junior, playing like a redshirt junior. And last year, I mean, if he was draft eligible, he might have gotten drafted after last season with what he did. And so I think you got to enjoy one more year of DJ McKinney, because I find it hard to believe that he's going to be around here in 2026.
Yeah, if he has the year we think he has, I'm not sure he's going to be here. One other thing on him is that just listening to him, and also when I talked to him one-on-one down at Media Day, I'm impressed by he's paid attention to the lessons he's learned. I mean, he soaks it in when he learns from Travis Hunter, when he learns from Coach Prime, when he learns from Coach Mathis. He soaks all that in, and I think he's applying that.
Well, if you're going to come to Colorado as a cornerback to be coached by Deion Sanders, that tells a lot about you and the self-belief you have in yourself, and knowing that you're going to get really tough coaching. That was another thing that stood out to me about Rob Livingston's message to us today. He was asked about in this NIL era if the best player always plays, and he could not have been more assertive with his answer in saying, look, it does not matter if you're a walk-on or you're making a lot of money. That's not how we run things here. And so just going back to DJ McKinney, he came here to get coached hard, and so I think that says a lot about him.
Awesome. Anything else from day two?
Well, just yesterday in that practice, Kareem Harden was picked out by Shermer as their offensive star of that first practice in Folsom Field. So you just talk. We could spend the next 10 minutes talking about all the candidates on that O-line. You can't forget about Kareem Harden. He's played quite a bit, and DJ McKinney was Rob Livingston's pick for the defense. Right. So one other thing to throw in there.
Yeah, I was impressed it was Kareem, because I think there's a lot of people that look at the transfers and they want to plug in the transfers in those spots. Yeah. Kareem Harden was a starter for a lot of games last year, so you're right. You can't forget about him. That competition is going to be pretty intense, but it's going to be going on for a month. We got a lot more to talk about over the next month, so we'll see you guys later this week.